On United Matters channel, credibility is what we feed on. I remember 2-3 days ago, I think it's 2-3 days ago, I came up with a story vowing to you that my feelers have heard that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani is expected to make a fifth and final bid, as the Glazers looked like they're not willing to really hand over the club to him. Obviously, he has gone ahead to make another bid, and the story has been reported right now as everything is really going down at Man United. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys? I know you're watching us from I go by the names of Rock and David. Fifth bid of Sheikh Jassim Al Thani has been submitted. No one saw this coming in from 3 to the 4th and to the 5th. Glazers have gone ahead to be warned by Sheikh Jassim Al Thani that this is the last bid he's putting in. He's not going to put in any other bid. A deadline has been set by the Qataris, telling the Glazers that by Friday they need a clarification on whether they are going to be sold the club to them or not. Let's see, close to 300 likes smashed on this video. The takeover process of Manchester United has reached what we call a crunch or crucial stage that everyone is really eagerly waiting to see whether an announcement is going to be made very, very soon. Sheikh Jassim Al Thani has really gone ahead to really bang the table, and the Glazers look like they are shaken. And if at all they are really shaken to the bone marrow, we expect a statement on who is going to be the next owner of Man United very, very soon. If at all they are not shaken, then we might not hear anything before 14th. That's it. So let's wait and see how things are going to pan out as far as this is really concerned. Now, Mike Keegan, a man that is so much close to this deal, has gone ahead and really put out a story for the very first time in a fortnight, because for the previous 2 weeks he has been really silent about the takeover. But when you see him come out, that means he's getting news from the source. He has confirmed to us that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani has submitted a fifth bid for Man United. His offer comes with a Friday deadline. After then, the offer still stands, but he will no longer have engagement in negotiations. So that is the first tweet that came in through from Mike Keegan. Then he told us that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani's fifth bid for Man United went in earlier this week, with the opening of the transfer window on the 14th June a key factor in the bid. The new offer, although revised upwards, falls short of the Glazers' 6 billion valuation, meaning that it has not gone ahead to hit 6 billion as expected. So that is Mike Keegan coming in through. And then Fabrizio Romano came in through and told us that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani has submitted a fifth bid to buy 100% of Man United. It is an improved bid with a clear indication: take it or leave it. There will be no more bids from Qatar Group after this Friday. Sheikh Jassim will no longer engage with the process. That is it. So he has submitted it in with loads of clauses that if you don't take it, then you aren't going to really see me anymore into this process. Sheikh Jassim Al Thani has told Rain Group that they will not engage with Man United bidding process any further beyond Friday. Mike Keegan. So he has set his deadline on Friday, and if at all they don't really resonate with him, he is not going to be part of the process again. But his bid stands. And till kingdom come, when the Glazers really make a decision on whether they are going to sell the club to the Qataris or not. Now, Jacobs Ben, Sheikh Jassim Al Thani's latest offer for Manchester United is around $6.5 billion plus $1 billion of pledge investment. 92 foundation sources say their offer is at an enormous premium on the current share price. So obviously they are really doing more than what they're supposed to offer. So they are punching beyond their weight. Now, Jamie Jackson, a United correspondent for The Guardian and Observer, has told us that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani submitted a fifth bid earlier this week for Man United. He has set Friday as the deadline for response. Otherwise, it is understood he will disengage from the process, so no more bids in this stance. That is Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. So, those are the correspondents of United and the credible journalists that have gone ahead to come through and obviously tell us the best that a team of Qatari has gone ahead to raise to see to it that they find themselves in a position of really putting the Glazers in their place. You know, why is Sheikh Jassim Al Thani going on to find himself in a position of really making a take it or leave it bid? It is simple. Before he made even the first bid, he first had a conversation with the Glazers for like 4 occasions in Qatar during the World Cup. Even when the World Cup came to an end, the Glazers went back and talked to Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, meaning that they had briefed him on everything he wanted. Way back in September, the Glazers were looking for investment. They approached the Qataris. The Qataris told them, we are not willing to invest in Man United unless otherwise we are 100% owners of the club. The Glazers went to other companies and they failed. Now, they've got in Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. They've got in Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who is trying to come in through and obviously get them to a level where they might think of really staying at the club of Man United. So, Sheikh Jassim Al Thani is tired of this process. The Glazers are like chameleons. They are changing their colors, you know. They are not standing their ground. I understand when he made the 4th bid, after Avram Glazer went ahead and met the father of Sheikh Jassim Al Thani at the Mayfair Hotel, I think he had told him that if at all you make a bid of such and such amount of money, we are going to give you the club, because it doesn't make sense to make a bid that is not equal to the amount of money that you're going to have to discuss with the Glazers minutes before. The story was ran on Monday, and on Tuesday, the 4th bid was in. It was £5.5 billion. That was the 4th bid. So, it really baffles my mind that what are the Glazers on? That's it. What are the Glazers on? Because this time round, it's a 6.5 bid in, and the Glazers are really telling them we aren't offering anymore. They had to do it because this process is long overdue. From December, the talk was on, and from March, the first bid went in, second bid has gone in, third, fourth, fifth, and the person he's competing with has never made another bid after he made the 3rd bid. What does that mean? Have they gone ahead to choose Sir Jim Ratcliffe? And if at all they've gone ahead to choose him, why are they taking this long to announce it to the public? Because we anticipate a very huge announcement on the takeover Man United this week or next week. Why don't they make that announcement? That's why Sheikh Jassim Al Thani has come out and told them that if Friday surpasses and you've not gone ahead to really come out and obviously make a clarification onto what exactly is happening on the takeover, I'm pulling out, and he has made it clear. So this is really going to help us cut this process short. You know, if the Glazers are willing to give the club to Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, that means by Friday they have to give it to him and sell it to him. If the Glazers have gone ahead to make a decision that they are not selling the club to Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, then they aren't going to make any decision. That's it. So the ultimatum will be known on Friday. Amid this, United coming out and making a clarification or announcement on who the preferred bidder is, on Friday we are going to get to know who the real owner of this club is going to be. That's it. On two occasions, all 2 options, all 2 boils. One, if they happen to make a statement, that means they are willing to sell Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, the club of Man United, or they really want him to keep in the race with Sir Jim Ratcliffe to get exactly what they want out of him. Secondly, if they don't make any announcement on the takeover of Man United, that will mean that they are already in bed with Sir Jim Ratcliffe and a decision has already been taken, though long overdue to be announced, that Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos are going to be the new owners of Man United. So kudos to Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. He has gone ahead to really put them into what we call a very tricky situation. So the Glazers need to come out of this and tell us exactly what they really want to do in the preseason before we all start the next season. Now, Mike Dean obviously telling us that the need to strengthen Ten Hag's Man United squad has played a major role in Sheikh Jassim Al Thani's latest bid. He's keen to complete the takeover and arm the manager with significant funds. That is my owner. That is my owner. He really knows how important the transfer window is, and he wants to go all out and really spend big in the transfer summer. Remember, his bid has another $1 billion on investment in the club. Not facilities, not the stadium, but just buying players, meaning that Erik ten Hag will be guaranteed that every season, for the next 4 seasons, he can spend close to £300 million. And if at all we can spend £300 million for the next season, it shows you how huge we can make it. And that's my new owner. I just can't wait for the Glazers to hand this club over to Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. And Jacobs Ben has come out and also confirmed to us that the opening of the transfer window is seen as crucial by Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. In his eyes, it will have an enormous bearing on the future of Manchester United, and he feels coming in midsummer would be damaging. That's it. So, what Sheikh Jassim Al Thani wants, he wants to back Erik ten Hag, get him every player that he wants. Now, what does that mean? It means if at all Sheikh Jassim Al Thani is handed over the club on Friday, Ten Hag will be getting in Victor Osimhen, he'll be getting in Kim Min-jae, he'll be getting in Mason Mount, he'll be getting Caicedo, and he'll be getting in the FC Porto goalkeeper, that is Diego Costa. So that is the beauty of this. And I love this man. His act has shown us that he's really an ardent fan of Man United. He's so much focused and keen on our season because he knows that with all the limitations, with all the hurdles that Ten Hag has had in his first season, he has gone ahead to produce the best that we've gone ahead to refer as a miracle this season. That's it. Now, after everything that has gone ahead to come out from the Glazers, we found ourselves in a situation of really coming out and obviously revealing to us that we are having a potential owner of the club who is willing to come in through and obviously give us the best that we deserve as the club of Man United. He has the club at heart, and his act today has shown us that he's really a United fan, and that's why he's a season ticket holder for a very long time at Man United. When you look at Sir Jim Ratcliffe, however much he says he supports Man United, he tried to buy Chelsea. Secondly, he found himself in a situation, has put himself in a situation of not caring about the transfer window and backing the manager, yet we can even win the Champions League, Premier League and FA Cup, everything a quadruple next season if at all this manager is backed, because has shown us that if at all you get him the right equipment and the right players, he can compete at higher levels. In that game of Man City that we lost over the weekend, if Ten Hag had 5 more players that could reach or match the quality of Man City, we beat City in that finale. You all know that. So that puts question mark onto the love of Sir Jim Ratcliffe on Man United, meaning that he's just in here maybe to really act business. He's a businessman, and for him, he's looking at the business side of it, not the club side of it. Lastly, Lowry Times have told us that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani will withdraw from the process if his fifth and final offer for Man United is not accepted by Friday. Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos have emerged as clear favourites to complete the deal and have entered the final stages of negotiations with the Rain Group. So it shows you that stories coming in from Lowry Times, that is a chief sports correspondent at the Times, has confirmed to us that United are in advanced negotiations with Ineos. But if at all that was the case, then why are they still talking to Sheikh Jassim Al Thani? That's a huge question that everyone should really ask himself. So the good thing is that a deadline has been set by Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. Take it or leave it bid has been placed on the table. He wants to back Erik ten Hag in the summer. I think this would be the best news for Erik ten Hag on Friday, if at all the Glazers hand the club over to Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. So guys, your thoughts onto Sheikh Jassim Al Thani's 50th bid in a welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about the Glazers taking all this delay and acquiring action or requiring action from Sheikh Jassim Al Thani of a leave it or take it bid with a deadline and a promise to pull out of the process? You know, what does it really come out? What does it make in your mind when such levels have been reached by Sheikh Jassim Al Thani and he wants to back Erik ten Hag? He believes that in the middle of the summer it won't make sense. It will only make sense if at all the club is given to him before the 14th of June, because he wants to hit or attack that transfer window hard. I'll sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ.